Welcome back, everyone. Are you looking to go green in your new year? We're not talking about money. We're talking about being more environmentally friendly. The city of Brownsville is starting up a recycling program, and this morning, Mike Gonzalez, who's the executive director of United Brownsville, is here to fill us in. Thanks so much for being here with us this morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get straight to it. You have a big pilot program that's going on. How did you guys get involved in this? You have a lot of different partners, and why is it so important to start something like this?
You know, a few years ago, the city of Brownsville adopted the Imagine Brownsville Comprehensive Plan, and it looked at everything from economic development to wellness to the environment. And then the next step was that they didn't want that plan to be a binder on the shelf. They really wanted to move forward, so they created United Brownsville, which is a partnership of public and private entities to actually make progress on that. So it's kind of like, you know, everyone right now is doing the New Year's resolutions. It's well, how do you develop the right infrastructure to make sure you actually kind of hold to your New Year's resolutions that you wanted to do? So one of the elements of the plan was curbside recycling, and a lot of the citizens during the process really supported it, and for good reason. I think nationally about 34% of all waste that goes into municipal landfills is recyclable. So that's an issue for two reasons. One is just there's economic value in the recyclables, but also is if you're putting that stuff in your municipal landfill, then you're shortening the life of the landfill, and they're expensive to expand. And also as the environment is, you know, what are you putting in the ground? What can kind of leak into your water systems? So, you know, there's great cost to do it. So a few years ago they did a pilot curbside, but it was a lot smaller scale. So this is really a more expanded project. And the goal of this project is, you know, how can we, you know, look at the data and look at different ways of engagement. How can we develop a program that can go citywide, you know, throughout the whole city of Brownsville and be sustainable and really kind of develop the benefits that citizens want. So with this pilot program, it's 6 months. You know, it's going to run through June. It's 2% of the households in Brownsville, so it's 1,200 homes throughout different areas within the city of Brownsville. And for this one, we're starting with plastic bottles, newspapers, and aluminum cans. And it really started with a lot of citizen volunteer engagement, you know, going out to the doors or going out to homes, knocking on doors and saying.
A very grassroots effort.
Exactly, and that's really the key going forward.
And let's go ahead and talk about how you're planning on expanding this. If this does expand out citywide, does that mean that it's going to be the return of the blue bins? Right.
Well, and that's kind of what we're looking at is, you know, during this pilot, we really need to understand what's being recycled, what's the quantity, and what's the right size of bin. So we're working with, you know, Allied Waste and the community to kind of monitor the program during 6 months, make all the tweaks now, so that, you know, if we are able to scale it up citywide, you know, how can we do it in a sustainable way?
And it's not something that's foreign to Brownsville residents, because already you have the green bag ordinance that's in place where people have to take their own bags to the grocery store in order to get their groceries home. You don't give out the plastic bags anymore. So if Brownsville residents want to get involved now, what do they currently have offered to them?
Right, they can actually drop off in downtown off Elizabeth Street. They can drop off the recycle items there. If you are in one of the pilot areas, then definitely, you know, the more you participate, the more successful this program is. If you know somebody that's within these pilot neighborhoods, call them and encourage them to recycle. They can go to unitedbrownsville.com or recyclebrownsville.com, and it has all the information there of what neighborhoods are being recycled, area maps, and what is recyclable. And that's one way, again, during the 6 months, we really need to figure out, you know, how much interest is there in this program, how sustainable can it be, and what's the right way to engage people to make it successful, to transition over to a citywide program.
Great. And if people want to support this or they just want more information on this, what number can they call?
They can call the helpline for the City of Brownsville directly, and again, you know, all the information is on recyclebrownsville.com.
All right. Well, thanks so much for being here this morning with us, Mike. We appreciate your time. In the meantime, we'll be right back.